Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be using the Soft Glam Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Now last makeup tutorial I did use the Soft Glam, but this time I'm going to be using it more subtle, more easy to do. The other one had a little bit more steps, so this one is going to be a little bit more simpler. So I just used the Urban Decay primer on my eyes. Now I'm going to actually go in with the Soft Glam as I mentioned. So I'm going to start off with using the top color here, and that color is the color Tempera. I'm going to be putting that all over my lids. I'm using the same exact brush, the Anastasia big fluffy brush that I use just to set everything in. This brush that I'm using is just a Morphe brush, and I'm going to be using orange soda just to put that all over the crease, going back and forth. Then I'm going to be stepping in with burnt orange, and that again I'm going to just be using that to go back and forth on my eyelids. Now this one is going to be a little bit more fast paced just because it is very simple. I'm just going to be using a few colors. The next color I'm using is Mulberry. I'm going to show you guys that color there. Now if you notice, the shadow dropped, not that particular shadow, but it was the glistening shadow. It just fell off completely, which was very weird. I didn't realize it until I was looking at my pants and I noticed that there was glitter all over me, so that was fun. So I'm putting that all over the lids now. So I was able to actually go back to Ulta that same day and I told them what happened, and luckily they were just able to exchange the palette for me, so that was wonderful. So I got a brand new palette now, and hopefully this one doesn't fall apart, so fingers crossed. So I was scared to pull up another shade and the palette fall apart on me, so I am just going to tell you what color I use there. I use Sultry, and I really like that color. It's almost like a very dark maroon color, and I just loved it. So yeah, I used that on my lids, and then I just did my eyeliners real quick, and then I'm using just a black liner for the top of my lashes. So I'm just curling my lashes. This is the Tarte eyelash curler. So I'm just putting on some mascara here, and then I'm also just going to put on some false lashes real quick. Next up, I'm using Huda Beauty Foundation. First time purchasing it, and I really like it. I just don't like the smell. The color is Chai, and I'm just going to be using an It Cosmetic brush to apply that. As you can see, the color is definitely way too light for me, so in a moment I'll be using another foundation on top of it so that way it blends in and it matches my skin. So this is the Makeup Forever HD stick, and I'm just applying a couple spots there, and I'm going to be using the same brush just to blend it all out. Now the reason why I'm using a brush instead of a beauty blender is because mine is dirty, so I'll be making another video on how I clean all my makeup tools. Now I'm contouring my face with the LA Girls contour cream, and this color is, I believe, in the color Toast, and I'm just applying that all over my face and just blending that in with my Real Techniques blending brush. Taking the Kat Von D cream concealer, and I'm going to be putting that all over my areas where I want to highlight. Now I only put a small amount just because my foundation was already bright enough that I didn't want too much brightness, so that's why I just put a little bit of it. And I'm just using a small dome brush. This is like a Sephora brush, but I'm using that just to blend everything out. Again, all my stuff is dirty, including my beauty blender, so that is why I'm not using any of them today. But that video will be coming up shortly as well on how I clean all my makeup tools, including my beauty blenders and my brushes. Another brush here, I'm using the CoverFX powder, and I'm just putting that all over my face just to set everything in. I'm not going to bake, so I'm not letting it sit there for a while. I'm just brushing it all in my face just to blend everything out. Next up is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I'm using a big brush. I'm just going to blend that all out. The color, I believe, is bronze, and again, I'm just putting that all over my cheek areas, my forehead, pretty much anywhere where I put the cream contour. And now I'm taking a smaller brush and I'm using the same bronzer. I'm just going to put that all over my nose and underneath my lips as well. I usually put the bronzer underneath my lips as well to make them look fuller. Not that I really need it, but I just like the appearance of a fuller lip. Now I am putting a little bit of shadow on the bottom lash, and I'm just using the color that I used primarily all over, which was the mulberry. I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly highlighter, and look how pretty that is. I'm going to be using that all over my cheeks. So I'm subscribed to a monthly subscriptions by Sephora Play. So the next item is the Bite Beauty lipstick. Now, if you haven't heard of Sephora Play, it is $10 a month you pay, and you get about 5 to 6 different products. I believe they're little sample sizes, but they are their luxurious products. So you get to try a bunch of cool items that they send out. Most of them I really like, and again, they're the luxury products, so you get a really good deal for them. So if you haven't subscribed to that, I would highly recommend getting that. Now I'm just taking the Smashbox Primer water, and I'm using that to set my makeup, drying it out, and that's pretty much it. Well, thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe.